Uncle Dot's class. Today we're gonna go into some scriptures based on the Feast of Tabernacles or the SABBATH. Make sure you check out ISUPK Oakland. Subscribe to all our social media pages. Go to isupk.com. Pay your tithes. Stay informed on what's happening in the nation. Getting the truth, man. If you're Black, Hispanic, and Native American. So we're gonna hop into this. Lord willing, don't take all the time. But per usual, let's start with our introduction, which is Shalom Akim Wa Akwathian Ha Yawam Anaknawa Ha Ibaria. Niggas Kawatab Kwara'a Wa Kawafa. I'm gonna turn it down, okay? All right. So Shalom Akim Wa Agwathian Ha Yawam Anaknawa Ha Ibaria Kwara'a Wa Kawatab. What that means in English is peace. Naphtali, go upstairs. Peace, brothers and sisters. Today, Naknau is we. We will be. This is the Hebrew, but we're going to say what we're going to be doing first. So lock it. Somebody wants to text me. All right. We will be reading and writing the Hebrew language. All right. Shalom is peace. Akim is brothers. Wa is and. Akwathian is sisters. Hayawam is today. Anaknawa is we. The will be is his future present. Ha'abaria is the Hebrew language. Kwara'a is reading. Wa is am. Kawatab is writing. So today we will be reading and writing the Hebrew language. I should have got my other phone. No biggity, no doubt. All right. So I'll erase the English. Like I always state, if you have been in classes throughout the UPK before, you've seen the Hebrew alphabet. If you haven't, just check out any class or just go to the website. In our class section, you'll see the alphabet on one of the lists. All right, but nonetheless, if you just communicate with brothers in the UPK, we'll get that to you. I just don't want to spend the time to write it all down right now for time's sake. When it comes to ancient Hebrew, we have a connector system, and we have whereas the white man has a dot system. So this is how we know how to connect sounds from the Hebrew pictographs that you're going to see written tonight. So if two pictographs are connected, you'll see what looks like a smile or a dip. And if a Hebrew letter is not connected to another letter, you see what looks like a frown or a little mound. And that's our system to know how to establish sounds and connections with certain words and letters. Hebrew language is Abba, Gada, Hawa, Za, Kata, Ya, Ka, Lama, Na, Sa, I, Pa, Taza, Kwa, Ra, Sha, and Th. All right. Just get it out there verbally so you can say you heard it at least. All right. So Shalom is Sha, La, and a Ma. Shalom Akim is A, Ka, Ya, Ma. Ak, Yum, Y. It's just what looks like a Y with a non-connect underneath it. Akwathian, Ak, Wath, Yun, Hayawam is a Ha, Ya, Wum, Hayawam, Anaknawa, Knock, Na, and a Wa. Also, I'll explain it once I'm done. That's what it. Ha Ibaria, Ha Ibaria, I Bar Ya, Quara, yeah, Quara Ra'a, Qua Wa Ra Wa Qua Kawata. This is a good starting exercise in writing the print, which is why I do it with you and not always before. All right. So with English, you write, and it is read and written from left to right, whereas with Hebrew, it's read and written from right to left. All right. So shalom is shalom. Akim is ak. Yum. Wa is wa. Akwathin is ak. Wath. Yun. Hayawam. Ha. Ya. Wam. Anaknawa. Nak. Na. Wa. Ha is ha. Ibaria. I. Barya. Kwawa ra'a. Kwawa ra'a. Wa. Wa. Kawata. Kawata. All right. So that's all we doing. One of the easiest way to learn how to write Hebrew is just to learn the alphabet and how to connect. The minute you got that down pat, then you can look at something that's written in English and you'll know, certain words you need to see it because you need to know, like once with shalom, there is another letter in a Y in shalom, but for time's sake, just so you can see it how it's written, I didn't put the Y there, but it's spelled shalom, but you're connecting the la and the Y together, and that gets you the wam sound. The lam sound. That Y and that la being connected get you the long sound that you hear when people say shalom. All right, because there is no U in Hebrew, so you can't say shalom unless there's a letter in between that's making the sound. You know what I'm saying? That's the Y that's making the lum sound. All right. Last week we did the numbers 1 through 20, and we did the Hebrew alphabet. But this week, just because it may take us a bit of time to do these few verses that I have, I at least want to give those verses to you first and foremost. So I don't know if it's gonna. Nah, I ain't gonna mess with that. Just take one of my lights alive here. All right. All right. So we're gonna be doing Leviticus chapter 23. That didn't mess it up for you. All right. Leviticus chapter 23. We're going to do verse 33 through 35. I believe I have 44, not 44, 39 and 43. All right. So what I'm going to do is I will split it in half. One side will be English, plus meaning, and then this side will be the ancient Hebrew. Probably going to erase this line 20 times before it's over because it's the way my brain works. All right. So if you want to just turn to Leviticus chapter 23. And go to verse 33. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to read what it says in English. Then I'm going to write how it appears in Hebrew. All right. So Leviticus chapter 23, verse 33 reads, "And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying," all right. So remember, because this is a translation, it's not going to be exactly how it would look in Hebrew if you did it. So anything that's out of order, just understand it's because we're translating it directly from the Hebrew form compared to the artsy fartsy way that they do it in the Bible. One moment. All right. So the first part is why it's like it Wahad the bar. All right. Wa ha dabar. All right. What that means is, and the word. That's coming clear for y'all. And the word. So once again, English is left to right. Hebrew is right to left. So why, ha, the bar. People that write with the other hand, they probably would love ancient stuff, but for the rest of us that aren't ambidextrous or left-handed, you just gotta get used to it. All right. Yahweh. You can either write the Lord or you can write the Most High. All right. Yah. Salaki. Yeah. Too many. Yeah. Ha. What? Yeah. Ha. What? Al is two. Al. Ma. Shah. That's Moses, which means drawn from the waters. Ma. Shah. Ma. Shah. La Mar. La. Mar. It means to speak. Another way to put it is to say, discuss. La Mar. All right. The word of the Most High to Moses to say, which is very similar to how they put it. It's just not exactly how it looks in English. And the Lord, or in the Most High, spake unto Moses, saying, the word of the Most High to Moses, saying. You know what I'm saying? It's more direct, not all glamorous, for lack of a better word. All right, verse 34. Speak unto the children of Israel, saying, the 15th day of this 7th month shall be the feast of tabernacles for 7 days unto the Most High. All right, that's what it is in the poetic biblical form. Now we're going to write it in the rough Hebrew form. Yeah, just like I thought. All right, so slide. I should have put 33. That was verse 33. Now we're about to do verse 34. All right. All right. Put a 34 here. So again, that was 33. This is 34. Salakia. Salakia. Let me get that real quick. Read my note wrong. So back to 33. One second. La mar is to say. My bad. It's to say or saying. All right. Scratch what I said about that part. I was looking at it the wrong way. La mar. All right. All right. Now we'll go into 34. The bar. That is to speak. Discuss. All right. This also means word or nothing. Many meanings. The bar. So the Lord's telling Moses to speak again. Al to Banya is my son. Ban is son. Or Yah at the end makes it possessive. So my son. Let me put this right here. Ban. Yeah. Let's see if I can fit all of this. No, I don't want to squeeze it in. Move this down a little bit, make it a little bit neater for you. Let's fix that. So the bar, right. The bar, al, and banya, banya. So speak to my son. I got too caught up in the middle. All right, speak to my son. Dry erase on my mouth. Mm. 34. Allah, which means Israel, which mainly means prince with / having power. All right. Yasha Allah. Yasha Allah. Lamar. Once again, is to say or saying. Lamar. If you don't like my teaching style, it's a lock it. It's the best way for you to get it and see it at the same time rather than me writing the whole sentence out in ancient or Syria just to erase it. All right. Saying Baka Masha. Ba Kamash. All right. That means it's a long way to say 5. Kamash is 5. But it's like saying in the 5. I'll put it like that for you. In the 5. Ba Kamash. Ha. Baka Mash. Ha. Slaki. Baka. Wrong place. Baka Masha. All right. In the 5. Ishura is 10. Ishura. Yawam, which is day. Yawam. So, speak unto the children of Israel, saying in the 5 and 10 day. So you could say Kamash Ishura in a more modern way to say it, but the way you're going to see it is saying in the 5 and 10 day. You know what I'm saying? Just really an old English way of saying 15. Plain and simple. Hope y'all got it. If you're watching, all right. Keep going in verse 34. La Kadash which means lies to or of. So of, month, la, ka, dash. Looks long in English, short in Hebrew. Hashab Ya'aya, which means the seventh or the seventh. Hashab Ya'aya. So in the seventh month, Hawa means constitute, which means established by law, establish a law. Hawa, Kag, which means festive day or feast. Ka and a ga, Kag. Give me a moment to write it down. That's it. Ha, sa, kawath, which is the booth. Again, booth is sakaf. Ha, sakawath. Jeez. Shabbat, Shabbat. That's the best way to say it. 7. As you know, Sabbath is Shabbat, so it's 7th day. Shabbat, I, and a third. How do I spell that one? Yeah, I. That's good. Shabbat. Ya Mayam is days. Ya Mayam La Ya Hawa to the Most High. La Ya Hawa. Tell the children of Israel to have these 7 days and on from the 15th day of the 7th month, 7 days, the Feast of Booths to the Most High, which is the most important part. This ain't got nothing to do with us and what we want to do. This is what the Lord established for us. So we do it with gladness because it pleases the Most High, which is so important to understand what it means to serve the Lord. Serving the Lord ain't all about you. No service is about you anyway. Who's ever served somebody for themselves? You know what I'm saying? You serve the other person for them. You are serving them. And that's what we do. We are servants of the Most High. So we serve him, not our own bellies and what we want to do and what we don't want to do. That's not it ain't a God if you could do what you want to do. You understand? There ain't no power. Because when we don't do what the Lord tells us to do, he sends plagues upon us. And he enslaves us. And he takes away the good smell. And he causes a black woman to bald. You know what I'm saying? Like the Lord will do things to you if you don't serve him. Whereas all these other guys that men make, you ain't got to serve them. And everything will be what it's going to be. If your life is going to be bad, it was going to be bad anyway. If your life turned out well, it had nothing to do with the God you serving. You understand? Because the Most High is the one that decides how your life is going to turn out. All right. We'll go to 35 now. All right. Read this again. So Leviticus chapter 23 and verse 35. On the first day shall be an holy convocation. Ye shall do no servile work therein. All right. So Bayawam, which is on the day of the Bayawam Bara'ashawan, Salakia, Hara'ashawan, which is the first one. All right. Ra'ash means head, which is another way of saying beginning. So Harashawan is Ha Ra A. Now Tyler, go upstairs. Hara Ash Hara Shawan Hara Shawan Makwara Makwara. That means declare or announce. Yep, not gonna work for me. So announce, declare, ma qua ra a. Quadash means holy, separate. Qua da sha quadash. All right, Kyle. Yeah, it's all ka. Kyle. So on the first day, declare separate. First day declared to be or announced to be separate. All is makala, malak, malakah. So all ma la ka means work. Ma la ka work. I ibada, ibada, however you want to say it. She worked. So a ha at the end makes words feminine, and Israel is the wife of the Most High. So all the work that Israel does, ibada, la'ah, which is no or not, la, the the Ishua. Well, it's like it means do it. Ishua means to do. The Ishua. What? So on the first day is the Holy Convocation. All the work that Israel does, don't do it. So, it's Kodash, it's holy, it's separate. It's not every other day of the week, which is a good indicator that it's not always going to fall on the same day as well. You know what I'm saying? Just like Christmas and all these other days that white people come up with, these heathens come up with, they don't always fall on the same day every year. So they set days aside that are special for that holiday. And this is no different in our culture. All right. Going to 39. So the scriptures that you read that say do no servile work, this is like any work that we would do as a nation, we don't do it. It's more simple and to the point. Hmm. 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 Okay. Leviticus chapter 23, verse 39 says, also in the 15th day of the 7th month, when you have gathered the fruit of the land, you shall keep a feast unto the Lord 7 days. On the first day shall be a Sabbath, and on the 8th day shall be a Sabbath. All right. All right. So we in verse 39. Ada means but, or like, as for, or also. Da Baka Masha, some of the same words that we said in the previous verse, we'll hear again, just because it's talking about the same thing on the same day. All right. So Baka Masha, which is Kamash, is 8. That's the 8th. Sluggy. Kamash is, I done messed that up. Kamash is 5. But in the 5th, or in the 5, Ba Ka Ma Sha Ba Ka Ma Sha. In the 5, again, Ishura, which is 10. Ishura, Yawam, which is day. La Kadash, um, of month, La Kadash, Hashabiah. Well, that drain is real. Salaki. I'm gonna have to grab my charger real quick. Lord willing, I don't have to, but it's draining fast. Okay. Hashabiah. 7th. Hashabiah. 1 moment, Tito. Let me grab this charger real quick. All right. No reason to keep it pushing. Never mind. Let's get through it a little bit faster. That's it. So once again, these are words you already saw written down earlier. So this is also happening on the 15th day, or the 5 and 10 day of the 7th month. All right. Ba'asha, ba'asha, shapakam, ba'ashapakam. Ba'ashapakam means in your collection, or a shorter way, in your gathering. Ba sha pa come, meaning when you gather together. Fa is you. The. Of course, in the UPK we add the h at the end, but this is how it's going to look in the printed form. Thaba wa'ath. Thaba wa'ath. Which is grain. Thaba wa'ath. So when you gather your grain, which is the goodness of the land, ha'ratazah. In the country, in the land, or in the country. Ha'ratazah. Ratazah is earth. Okay. Some of them, see if I can find this in the church. Kids. Can't come back without him. All right. All right. Hey, Noah. Hey, look for that charger for me. Look for the charger for me. Look for the charger for me. That's all. Go upstairs, man. All right. Yeah, you ain't gotta be loud about it, but look for the charger for me. All right. Yeah. Yes. All right. Thakagia. Naphtali, go upstairs. Most Son of Christ.
Can I have a sip of this? Oh.
Salaki, 1 second. All right. Thakagwa means celebrate. All right. Thakagwa. Atha, which is you. And Atha. Kag. Which means feast. Kag is a kind of guy. Yahweh. That's the Most High. Yahweh. Without the connectors, they just letters. No meaning. Shabbath. It's not Shabbath, but it's still the 7. Shabbath. Long verse. Long verse. Start with this.
Everybody. Oh.
If you try to do this with the blue letter, it's going to give you generalizations. All right. So we was at the 7, Yamayam. Days. Ya, ma, yam. Bayawam. On the day. Harashawan. Shawan, which was first one. Thanks. Ra, Sha, one. Harasha one. Sabbath one. All right, which means rest or a statutory holiday or holy day, if you want to be how we would say it. Matter of fact, I'll say it like that, so there's no confusion. So it's mandated. Everybody else get to take their religion seriously, but we can't take ours seriously. And you got to always remember that you got people out here that took our culture and they live by it, even right now, even to their standard. So it's something wrong when we the only people that don't have anything that is ours. And I mean like ours, not something that's shared with somebody. Something where you're like, yeah, that belongs to black people. Because if you want to talk about like dancing, everybody can dance. Everybody can't dance good, but everybody can do that. But culture wise, everybody can't be an African, and everybody can't be an Arab. Everybody can't be white, so everybody can't be black, Latin, or Native American. So we got to have a culture of our own. And why would the greatest people on planet Earth share any of that with other people? That don't make sense for any society. Chinese people ain't, in all my years of living, I ain't never seen Chinese people except black people until American media made it a thing. But all them old Jet Li movies and all them old Jackie Chan's and Bruce Lee's, it wasn't no black people in them. It wasn't until America got involved in it that they started adding people of other nationalities, specifically us, because white people was the ones that was having before. But that's fine. Ain't nothing wrong with that. But we gotta have something that's ours as well. All right. So not only is this the first day of our feast of tabernacles, talking about the 15th day of the seventh month, but it's also a Sabbath. So, when you're over here trying to get time off from your slavery, you got to remember the Jewish man, he get that time off. Why? Because he's perpetrating your culture. But, they put us in such a position where all we can think about is, I got to make this money. I can't take a day off. Well, why don't you work for Christmas and Thanksgiving and all these evil days? Make that double time. But on your days, you should learn them and know them so that you can take those days off. You know what I'm saying? All right. I think we just got a little bit more on this, and then we're going to go to, a little bit more, and then we'll go to 43. All right. Waba Yawam. Waba Yawam. Which is, and in the day, Waba Yawam. Hey, Speed Racer, go upstairs, man. Hasha Maya Naya. Hasha Mayanaya. Hasha Maya Naya. It's a long, long way to say 8. 8 is Shamawana. All right. And that means the 8th. Hasha Maya Naya. Hasha Maya Naya. So it's a day of rest on the first day of the feast and the 8th day of the feast. So yesterday was the first day of the feast, and 1 week from now will be the 8th day of the feast, and you want to have this day off. So next week, come Friday, you want to not be working if you can. You know what I'm saying? You call in sick, use some sick time. It's worth it. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you're with the UPK when you do it, though. Don't do any of this by yourself. Get with us in your area. We'll be closing out the feast on October 9th, which is next Friday. So now we're going to go into 43, and that'll be it. All right. So 43. 43 says, that your generation may know that I made the children of Israel to dwell in booths when I brought them out of the land of Egypt. I am the Lord your God, or I am Yahweh your power. All right. So 43, Lama'ain, which means in order to, or it means so that, la, ma, I, na. Yadiwa, let me write it a little bit closer to the walls. Yadiwa, which means they know. To know something, to be aware. Yadiwa. The wrath you come. Says your door. How that relates, I cannot tell you. But it's probably more poetic in its sense. The wrath you come. It's probably more like where you came from. Kaya, because.
Ow! It's done. It's done.
So everything that the Lord is having us remember and participate in is so that we can remember. Because he already said we are stiff-necked and hard-hearted people, which means we'll forget it on purpose just so we can do what we want to do. So he gave us these memorials, which mean something. They all mean something compared to like every holiday in America. When you go back and look into it, it's got a wicked root. Wicked root. You know what I'm saying? Even I think it's Memorial Day. That's when black people started that because we was burying our soldiers because the white folks wouldn't bury them. They would just toss them in a ditch, fill up a hole full of dead black folks, and we wanted to give them some dignity, so we buried them in their own plots and stuff like that. So everything in America has a wicked origin, but ours is not wicked, and it's for our betterment and our empowerment. All right. So the last word was kaya, basakath, so like basakawath. Has many meanings, but we'll go with a couple of them. Well, one. So in the sheds, again, sakath is booth, basakawath.
No! Oh!
How was Shabbathya?
No! Ow!
Naphtali. Naphtali. Go upstairs, boy. Long word means I sat down. Ha, wa, Shabbathia. So in the sheds or in my booth, so you remember that in your booth you sat down. Tha again is you. Tha, the way we spell it, has a ha at the end. But just for the fact that when you read it, it's not going to have it there. Tha. Banya, my son. Banya, Yasha'ala. That's Israel again. So booth, booth is like it's a shed in a sense in the fact that it's not like a formal dwelling place. You know what I'm saying? It's a place you in just to, get by. And in these times, shit, you in a bad situation. And it wasn't no better then except we had the Lord all the way with us. Now, thanks to Christ, we got an opportunity to have him with us again. You know what I'm saying? If we obey like we're supposed to and be his people, which I don't get. I don't get why you want to serve every God but the Most High. Ain't no other God got that title. Lord is the Ancient of Days. Like, why you want to serve somebody younger than the most ancient power? But again, because we don't want to just get with it, that's why we have to remember that there was a time when we were in the lowest state to where we over here in boots. And it wasn't everybody. That's why I said, Banya Yasha'Allah, my son Israel. Like, it was us. Nobody else lived like us. Everybody else heard of, and that was so crazy about how we took AI, because they heard about how great we was because we had taken out some kings on the other side of the Jordan. You know what I'm saying? So people knew who the hell we was coming in there, and we was coming in there. Like, think about being the people that overthrew Pharaoh, and Pharaoh saved the earth at one point because of Joseph, and now them same people done left. They went in there with 70 people, then left out with thousands, and now they coming into your land to take land. Like, what you think? We came to take ground and we took it. You know what I'm saying? But our name was renowned. But look at us now. Now we're an astonishment, a proverb, and a byword. So why don't we just go back to serving the Lord and get our reputation back? All right. So next word is Bahawataza Ya'aya. Bahawataza Ya'aya. Yeah. Very long way to say outside in huts. Matter of fact, slash in huts. Ba ha wa taza ya aya. It's mainly just more than one word grouped together. What is that? With them. My rataza from the land. My rataza matazarium, which is Egypt. My tazarium, So Lord, I mean, like the Most High is amazing power. To think he could have got us into our land fast as hell, but because we was disobedient, he made us go around in a circle in the wilderness of Sinai for 40 years to kill off all the wicked ones of us. But he did all of this, but he don't ever want you to forget that even though he had y'all in them booths and them huts, you know what I'm saying? Like in that temporary living. That's probably the best way to put it. He still was like, I did this for y'all when I took y'all out of the land of Egypt. Y'all thought the wilderness was bad. Y'all don't understand how bad you were living in Egypt. And that's how it is for us in America. We in America and we think because we got a smartphone and a laptop and a car and a house that this is living when this is hell. You're living in hell because if you think the Egyptians were living bad in comparison to us back then, you out of your damn mind. Just like white people. If you think white people are living as bad as black people, in comparison, you out of your damn mind. You know what I'm saying? White people still living in the laps of luxury, even when they're in the worst state. Like it's well known that a white person that's a bum, if somebody would just give him a makeover, he could go get a job, man, and get hired. You know what I'm saying? Because he reminded people of their auntie or their uncle. And yeah, I am. Yahweh, that's the Lord. Allahayakam is how they have it written, but it's Allahayanawa. We'll write it how they got it written. And that's the end of 43. All right, so it's day 2 of the Feast Tabernacles. Lord willing, you're able to participate in your city, in your area. Nonetheless, it's these 8 feast days, so if you can ball out and eat real good these next 7, Most High in Christ. Just keep checking the website or the camp leader in your city to find out where they'll be closing this High Holy Day or this High Holy Week up at. If you're in Oakland area, just call 707-704-0556. That's 707-704-0556, and we'll keep you informed. If you don't get an answer, just leave a message or text. Either way, we'll get back to you as soon as possible. All right. With that, we are the ISUPK under commanding Junior Hunter. Start out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Rules for new brother or sister. When a new brother or sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They're here to share themselves with the world. They need transportation. The teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There is another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After this 6-month period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Ties, which is a commandment, found in Numbers chapter 18, verse 21, and Malachi chapter 3, Verse 8 through 10 means tenth in the Hebrew, Ma'ishara, 10% of any increase the Lord gives you. Give the Treasury Department a teacher. Priest fund, free will offering not mandatory. Whatever amount you would like. Upcoming holy convocations. Right now we're in the midst of the Feast of Tabernacles, but the next one will be the Feast of Dedication of Hanukkah. Just make sure you check out ISUPK.com and stay in tune or locked in with your camp leader in your area, and they'll let you know what's going on and where it'll be happening. Any brother that wants to become a trooper in the school, start wearing all black boots, shirt, pants, headband, and a war scarf. With that, if you're seated at Majum, Upanya Hakwadam means face to east. Sar means turn. We're going to do the Lord's Prayer in Hebrew and English. And if you're a sister, make sure your head is covered. If you're a brother, make sure that the crown of your head is not covered. In the Hebrew, Abanawa, Shabbat Shemayim, Kodash, Hayah, Shemka, Yahweh, Malakwaka, Taba'ah, Ratazaka, Hayah, Aisha, Ba'arataza, Kawa, Hayah, Bashamayim, Nathan Lanawa. So like, yeah, Nathan Lanawa, Lakam, Ka, Yawam, Wasalak Lanawa, Kawawat Nawa, Kasalak Nawa, Kawawat Yanawa, Wala'a, Tabiya Nawa, Vanasa One, Abo, Awashai Nawa, Mayan, Rai, Kaya, Laka, Amalakwa, Wa'ala, Wa'atapara, Laiwalamim, Aman. In English, Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, in earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever. So be it. All right, Sar, which means turn. To all the brothers, Shalom, Yahweh Bashim Yahshua Barakatham. And to all the sisters, Shalom, Yahweh Shemar Lathan, Bashim Yahweh Shalom.